Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you saw me yesterday night, when I showed some slides, and I say a lot of different things, good things about my brilliant tool, which allows to produce, create interactive content for all devices. So I promised yesterday to prove it today. So I'm going to make a live demo, create a learning object, and prove that it could be published, but I need your help. So prepare all your devices you have. So within a couple of minutes I create something and let you know the URL, and you will just publish it on your devices. Okay? So I have just one slide, as you see, and then we switch to a live demo. So I am in my tool. I bought a license earlier, obviously, and I have a author script, so a simple text document which says to me, the developer, what to do. So what I'm going to do is just to create a new object, go into action, create new lesson. It will be a simple object. I'm not having much time to just do a very complicated one. We just put some metadata, create a title, and we are going to be directly in the tool, live. I'm connected to the internet through the wireless, reliable connection. So what I see at the screen at the moment is an empty page. The colors, the icons come from default template. You can change it, obviously. You can do it whatever you want. It can look completely differently. And I'm starting to build a learning object exactly like you do it with a PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose a module for my first page. So let's choose a first module, just simple text. So I have a text here. So from my script, I have a title of the presentation, so I quickly can just put a title here. Yeah, I'll do it a bit bigger. Okay. So, first success, we have a title. So I'll try to teach you a bit about Poland, where I come from. Then we add maybe an image, just to make our presentation nice. So I upload quickly an image. Okay. Here it is, making it a bit bigger. So our first page is ready. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do another page. So this is a title page. So I go to the page menu and I said, please add another page. This is an empty page, so let's do some video. The easiest way would be to use something existing. So I'll choose again another module, and now I'm going to the media types and then choose the YouTube module, which allows me to put a YouTube video. Again, my author prepared an ID of that video. So I just copy it here, put it here in an ID. And that's all, and the video should appear. So we have a video already embedded in my presentation. Then I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to put new pages from scratch, but use my template and then add a page from the template. So another page would be a simple multiple choice activity, which I can quickly add from my template because I prepared earlier, and then I can quickly modify it with a simple question. What is the capital of Poland? Okay, I copy it here, and then we can just edit a multiple choice question. So is it going to be Berlin, or maybe a Paris, or maybe a Warsaw? And we can continue this way, and I simply mark correct answers. I'm not going to make it easy for you because you are going to learn with my learning object. And then I can add another object, another type of template, like maybe empty or simple matching object. And then it goes for next 2 or 3 minutes, which I don't have at the moment. So now I'm switching to my PowerPoint. And please take a look at the first URL. So if you type in www.mauthor.com/embed/ the number you see on all your devices, you should see a very nice learning object which should look like the one I'm going to load at the moment here. Sorry, I show it again. So I hope you will get it on all your devices, and it will teach you a bit about my country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ron, would you like to start us off in a question?
Yes, sure. And with apologies, not having seen any of your earlier conversations, having arrived last night. If one of our objectives or the evaluation of the audience is the most innovative and the likely to succeed, let me just outline real quickly, or have you outline quickly, what is your business model for this in terms of carrying it to market? Why should the attendees look at you and your organization with a promise of its ability to be successful in the marketplace?
This is very simple. We prepared a tool for publishers. So our business model is simply licensing this tool to publishers on the subscription basis. We have a licensing model based on the number of individual accounts. So we do business B2B, so we sell it to publishers. So we serve publishers, helping them to develop content today, which will work on all type of devices, all type of operating systems.
Do not publishers already have powerful tools to create graphics and design for their publications? Is there a replacement tool that you would target this at, or why would the publisher find compelling your solution? I appreciate that you demonstrated in a few minutes what your solution
I strongly
offers.
believe that there is no such a tool on the market currently. There is no technology available other than us which allows us so flexibly to develop content which we prepared once. So the learning object I prepared is prepared once, and then it goes on iPad, iPhone, Android device, computer PC, and so on. So this is the unique feature of that, and I don't think currently there is such a tool which could be comparable to us.
All right, I'm going to follow up on that kind of line of thinking. I guess my question is, I did see you yesterday. I understand your business model is to allow a kind of a create once, kind of publish to many different devices, many different sizes, etc., using HTML5. But you know, we're hopefully evaluating the business overall, not just the product. So from a business model perspective, who do you see using this more? Publishers is your primary audience, or are you looking at teachers, self-publishers? Like where do you see your sweet spot?
Our primary customers are publishers. We estimated market in the US to 400, 600 maybe small, mid-sized and small publishers, which we're addressing the product to. This is one segment. The other segment, which is a version of that product, is the teachers and schools and districts, when we offer a variation of the mAuthor called mAuthor for Educators, which the tool is free for individual teachers and is licensed to schools and districts to create a repository of the content which is created by the tool. So we have a complementary two products. When the publishers can create professional content, offer it to teachers, and teachers are possibly able to customize it, for example. Okay. Obviously create it from scratch as well.
Laura?
Sure. So I come to the world of digital learning with a very specific definition of what a digital learning object is. And I imagine that if you asked the 200 people in this room, you'd have 200 different definitions of what a learning object is. Tell me a bit about how your product, we saw an example of one template of a learning object. Who defines what the learning object is when they work with your product? Or is it all predefined? And can you tell me what else drives those templates from both a technology standards perspective as well as an educational standards perspective?
So nothing is predefined except maybe a small bricks, small elements, we call them add-ons. So a learning object for me is a piece of information consisting usually of text, audio, video, some interactivity on a higher level, lower level, which you combine in this logically consistent object, which I call a learning object. Typically a lesson is a series of learning objects. So the template I showed you is just an example of the default template, but starting any publishing process, you start from the design phase when you design a number of templates, or you can let your editorial team to create every single page from scratch. That's one approach, but obviously very expensive. But typically, the publishing process starts from the moment when the designers prepare the look and feel design. The instructional design is preparing a set of templates, like what kind of objects are going to coexist in a single screen. And then you have developers who just, based on the author scripts, are developing, based on those templates very quickly, the learning objects or lessons. So that's the way. The tool itself does not contain any templates, predefined templates, or anything which bound publishers to just follow a specific path.